Good morning, Alex. Today we are going to learn about the past perfect continuous tense. Are you ready?
Good morning, sir. Yes, I'm ready, but I don't know much about this tense. Can you explain it in simple words?
Absolutely, I will make it easy for you. First, do you remember the present perfect continuous tense?
Yes, I do. It's used for something that started in the past and is still continuing, right?
Exactly. The past perfect continuous tense is similar, but it's about actions that were happening before another action in the past. The difference is the action was already happening for some time before another action started.
Oh, so it's used when something was happening before something else in the past?
That's right. Let me give you an example. Imagine you were studying for 3 hours when your friend called you yesterday. The sentence would be, I had been studying for 3 hours before my friend called.
So had been studying is the past perfect continuous part?
Exactly. In this tense, we use had been plus the ing form of the verb. The structure is always subject plus had been plus verb, ing form.
Okay, I think I get it now. But why do we need this tense? Can't we just use the past continuous?
Good question. The past continuous tense focuses on a specific moment in the past. For example, I was studying when my friend called. But if you want to emphasize the duration of the action before something else happened, you use the past perfect continuous. It shows that the action continued for some time before another past event.
Ah, so it shows the duration of the action. Now I understand better. Can we look at more examples?
Of course. Here's another example. She had been waiting for the bus for an hour before it finally arrived.
In this sentence, she was waiting before the bus arrived?
Exactly. The action of waiting had been happening for an hour before the bus arrived.
What if the action didn't take that long? Do we still use this tense?
Yes, you can. But usually the past perfect continuous is used when you want to show that the action happened for a longer period of time. For shorter actions, the past perfect or past continuous might be better.
That makes sense. Can we talk about negative sentences now?
Sure, for negative sentences, you just add not after had. For example, I had not been sleeping well before I went to the doctor.
So, had not been is the negative form?
Yes, you can also contract it to had not been. For example, I had not been feeling well before I took medicine.
Oh, that's easy. How about questions?
Good question. For questions, we switch the position of the subject and had. Here's an example. Had you been waiting long before the meeting started?
So, we just put it before the subject to make it a question?
Exactly. It's the same pattern for any subject. Let me give you one more. Had they been practicing enough before the competition?
I see. So, it works for different subjects, like you, they, we, and so on.
You got it. Now, can you try making a sentence with the past perfect continuous tense?
Let me try. I had been working on my project for 3 days before I submitted it.
Perfect. You have got the hang of it. Notice how you're showing the duration of your work before submitting the project.
Yeah, I get it now. But what if the action had already finished?
Good question. Even if the action is finished, you can still use the past perfect continuous to show how long the action had been happening before it finished. For example, they had been living in the city for 10 years before they moved to the countryside.
Oh, so it still works even if the action is already over?
Yes, exactly. The key point is that the action was happening for a certain duration before something else happened in the past.
Got it. Is there anything else important to know about this tense?
Just remember that this tense is mainly used when you want to focus on the duration of an action in the past. If you don't care about how long it lasted, you can use the past perfect or past continuous instead.
That helps a lot. Thank you, sir. I feel more confident about using the past perfect continuous tense now.
I'm glad to hear that, Alex. Keep practicing and you'll master it in no time. Do you want to try a few more sentences for practice?
Yes, let me try. She had been cleaning the house all morning before her guests arrived.
Excellent! That's a perfect example. Keep practicing like this and you will be using this tense naturally.
I will definitely practice. Thank you for the lesson, sir.
You're very welcome, Alex. Let's continue building on this in our next lesson.
I hope you liked this conversation. If it helped you improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. Thank you very much for your support. Take care.